Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is going to be part of a series that we are dusting off. I started a couple months back and it's called Try the Trend. The premise of it was that I would talk about a recent or hot trend on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, social media in general. Give it a try, a good try, to see if there's any sort of lesson or merit that we can take and actually use into our everyday routine, or if it's really just a viral sensation that looks cool but isn't necessarily as great or practical as it might seem. In today's video, I am talking all about magnetic eyelashes. I have seen these kind of explode everywhere, and finally, after watching reviews, demonstrations, I watched Candy Johnson's video and I decided to buy them. I decided to try the actual pair or the brand that she talked about in that video, 1-2 Cosmetics. They make some lashes. They are not the cheapest out there. I think Ardell, or some drugstore brand, already makes magnetic lashes, so there are cheaper alternatives out there, but after going by the people that I know and love and watch here on YouTube, this is the brand that I landed on. And they are not cheap. They are 69 bucks for the set I got. That tends to be the standard price tag across the board. Candy did have a discount code that gave you $10 off your purchase. I think it was a flat $10 rate, not a certain percentage. So I'll put that down below in case it's still valid after, at the end of this video, you feel like you want to jump on the craze. I'll put that down below for you to reference. So when the first sets of magnetic lashes started going around on social media, I was very uninterested. A lot of them had the magnetic bar right in the middle of the lash and not on the ends, and so you clamp them together once you finally manage to clamp them together, and you have the ends kind of sticking out, and it just didn't, I didn't personally think it looked good. I didn't think it looked good on me, so it was pretty easy for me to pass on those. I changed my mind with the recent bunch that people have been cooking up because now the magnets are on either end of the lashes. So the lashes I got are full coverage bold. They have a variety of lashes. A few of them are actually a lot more toned down looking than these, and then there was a pair that was even more dense and long looking than these. I erred on the side of more dramatic just because I tend to wear lashes mostly to be on camera, so I want to make sure they're seen. And also for demonstration purposes, I didn't want to get lashes that looked so natural and thin and wispy that you really couldn't tell them apart, and they just didn't do a lot in the way of volumizing or lengthening the lashes that I already have. So I went a little bold, and this is what they look like, but if this is not for you, don't be worried. They do have other styles on their site. And the way these and their full lash styles work in general is that you get a top lash, looks just like your average strip eyelash, except on either side of the lash, both the inner corner and the outer corner, there is a small magnetic strip, and it comes flush to the edge of the lash band, which I love because it was pretty easy for me to not indulge in the first wave of magnetic lashes because so many of them put the magnetic strip like right in the middle of the lash band. So in most cases, it felt like the lash band was like sticking out on either side, and it's like, I already have that problem enough with regular glue-on lashes where it'll start lifting up on either side of my eye. I don't need a magnetic eyelash that I know is gonna do that. So that's one reason why I went with these and was kind of intrigued by this new wave of magnetic eyelashes, is because having that magnet right exactly on the edge of your lashes kind of ensures that you're not going to have that inner and outer corner lifting that I personally always struggle with my lashes. So that's the top band, and then on the bottom, to hold that top band in place, you get two smaller lash clusters. Obviously, one goes with the inner corner, one goes with the outer corner. They come housed in this black plastic with a black lacquer exterior case. There's the logo on the front, and you can see what's great is the inside. These are magnetized. So you're gonna put your lashes, once you're done with them, you take them off, you put them in here, and they are magnetized, so they're not gonna move around. Your strips go on top and your clusters go on the bottom. They're even labeled so you can clearly see which is for your right eye, your left eye, and then which goes on right bottom, left bottom for each eye. Love this packaging, with the one exception that there isn't a mirror in here. I found these, you know, after a little bit of a learning curve with these, but after I learned how to apply them, I got pretty good at doing it one-handed, but I did need a mirror. I find I need to be really close to a mirror because I have to come at it from an angle like this where I can actually see underneath my lashes. As a result, I need to get really close up to a mirror, and there is no mirror in here. I mean, it says hello lash lover, super cute, but I need a mirror in here, and I feel like for 69 bucks, I could have put a mirror in here, so I really would love to see that in the future. If they decide to update the packaging, that would be amazing, because every bit of this packaging makes so much sense to me for storage and keeping your lashes nice, neat, and clean and organized. but for the fact that you don't have a mirror. Hey guys, jumping in here. I don't know where this will fit into the video, but I had just ended the video, taken my lashes off, obviously, and realized I totally forgot to talk about the tool that comes with it. 12 Cosmetics does give you a little tool to apply these with. It looks very similar to those metallic lash applicators that you will find elsewhere in drugstores and everywhere else. It actually doesn't matter the way these work. I personally did not like using these. I find it is so much easier to do it the way that you see me apply these in the video. I just find that these will rarely match the shape of everyone's eye, and so you find that they just get kind of clamped down in odd places that don't fit the shape of your eye. So you do get these with your purchase as well, but they are not my favorite tool. I would totally recommend using your fingers instead. Now on to the rest of the video. In terms of performance, they really do work. I've been wearing these over the past few videos, and a couple of you guys here and there have asked me what lashes I've been wearing. It has been these, and I think because it's gotten easier for me to apply them and they are just a piece of cake to take off, I think I've been more inclined to wear false lashes because you don't have to wait for the glue to dry. Once you take them off, you don't have to clean the band of glue. You don't have to make sure it all comes off of your lash line. You know, it's a little bit faster and easier and more streamlined in that way, and they look just as good, if not better, than a lot of other false lashes. Plus, there is the added bonus of not having any lifting on the inner corner if you, like me, tend to have that problem. Speaking of cleansing, this is not something I'd expected to run into when I purchased these, but they actually have a special cleanser that they say is exclusively for magnetic lashes, and in fact, some of the cleansers that you might otherwise use on your other non-magnetic lashes can weaken or demagnetize the magnets in these. So I did a little bit of research because after spending, you know, after the discount, 50 bucks, let's say, on these lashes, I didn't want to have to go in and spend another 20 on a cleanser, so I looked up the ingredients. It was very similar to a toner from Dr. Brandt, I believe, or Peter Thomas Roth, but basically there were no cleansing agents in it. So I decided to go with sort of a similar sort of situation, like a toner. This is actually a micellar water from Garnier, knowing that it could very well, you know, weaken or demagnetize my lashes. I have now used this on them twice. I see no weakening effects, so I can personally attest to this. I will not endorse any other cleansers if you want to try them with your lashes, just because I don't know what about a cleanser would demagnetize your lashes, but this one I can personally vouch for. So if you haven't had this in your collection, this is what I have used to just give your lashes a little wipe on the top of the band. I just put a Q-tip right in there and I run it across the top of the band. The nice thing about these is because you don't have glue, they just get way less messy. You don't have all the products on your eyes just kind of caking on to that lash glue. They're really super easy, and so I don't find I need anything more intense really than something like this. And that is with wearing, I wore these with the pure glitter things that I talked about in my recent 5 things I've been using lately, and those things, there was glitter fallout like crazy, and yet couple swipes with this stuff and it came off my lashes really quickly and easily. So I believe those are all the details I wanted to talk about with these. I think it's pretty evident in all the things that I said in there that I personally really like them. They do solve certain problems for me that I experience with my false lashes, but I think this is another one of those products, there are a lot out there, where they solve a problem that some people have with this kind of category of items, and others just don't have those problems. So these might not appeal so much to you, they might not be as effective for you. But for me, they solved my ease of application, my not wanting to have to clean my lash bands, my lifting of the lash bands here on the inside. And so because of that, I think these are going to be the lashes that I tend to reach for over the more traditional glue-based lashes. That said, if you're not about having to learn another type of lash application, if you like, oh, something I didn't mention is that in learning how to apply these, one thing that I struggled the most with was getting the lash band flush against my lash line. So I like to start out here in the outer corner. I apply my outer lash because that's just super easy for me. And then I bend the lash beforehand. The nice thing about these is if you bend them beforehand, they actually hold their shape really well, so you can easily set them on top of your lashes and then go up. I do it one-handed, like I mentioned earlier. I just go up with that one bottom lash and it just magnetizes right there in the outer corner. But when it comes to applying my inner lash, I find that it's kind of hard to get the band to stretch all the way across my lash line without kind of moving around a little bit before I go in with that bottom lash. And sometimes, and I think you can see this in some of those videos that I've recently posted, when I look down, you can actually see kind of like an unevenness or a ripple in that upper lash. So that was probably the hardest part of learning how to work with these. And in fact, I still think that I feel more comfortable wearing like a thicker black liner just to make sure you can't see any gap between my lash line and the lash band. So that might be another reason why people, if you are perfectly comfortable and cool with applying normal lashes and you find you can get it really snug against your upper lash line, then yeah, these might not be for you. Because it is certainly not without a little bit of practice that I finally got these in a place to where I like them. So yeah, there's really no one straight answer. It's really what works for you. This is a trend that I think is more than just buzzy hype. I think it's worth checking out if you love your lashes, but you find you have the same issues that I do with them. But either way, I hope this video helped you out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.